New Year's Eve celebrations are undoubtedly one of the biggest events in the world. Billions of people celebrate the anticipation of the oncoming year by either attending New Year's Eve parties, fireworks-infused events, or gatherings at home with close friends and family watching the countdown on television. So, in celebration and anticipation of the event, we've assembled for you a list of 10 of the best places in the world to ring in the new year. Number 10, Edinburgh, Scotland. Hogmanay is the Scottish term for New Year's Eve and is generally labelled as its most important day. The 3-day celebration in the Scottish capital generally begins on December 30th with a Viking-style torchlight procession along the Royal Mile. The end of the procession is marked by a fantastic show of fireworks and a large-scale bonfire. Then, on New Year's Eve, the party moves to Princes Street beneath the castle and is comprised of a Scottish music program, which concludes in time for concertgoers to enjoy unrivaled views of midnight fireworks above Edinburgh Castle. And on New Year's Day, the customary fancy dress dive in the chilly Firths of Forth, dubbed the Looney Duke, continues. Number 9, Paris, France. If you and your significant other would like to break away from the usual routine of your New Year's Eve celebration but can't decide what to do or where to go, may we suggest the beautiful and romantic city of Paris. What better place to bring in the new year together than the city of love? Paris is an ideal location offering fine restaurants, amazing parties, and dinner cruises along the Seine River, where you can enjoy the fireworks as they light up the sky at midnight. You can also join thousands of partygoers at the Champ de Mars Park, a green space located at the foot of the Eiffel Tower, where you can enjoy the beauty of the tower as it illuminates and sparkles to celebrate the new year. But the biggest celebration is to be had on the Champs-Élysées, where thousands crowd the amazing avenue to partake in the festive atmosphere, which will culminate with a spectacular fireworks show at the Arc de Triomphe. Number 8, Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town offers some of the best New Year's Eve parties in South Africa. Whether it's taking advantage of the events at one of the many nightclubs or bringing the new year on a dinner cruise where you'll have a full view of the fireworks display, there is no wrong choice. The mother city's biggest celebration, however, takes place on the V&A waterfront. The party starts at 6:30 p.m. and includes lots of live entertainment with food and drinks from various food trucks and restaurants. At midnight, the countdown begins on the iconic waterfront's watchtower and concludes with an amazing fireworks display. And to get an even better view of the fireworks, take a trip to the top of Table Mountain and enjoy a most wonderful panoramic view of the harbor at 12 a.m. on New Year's Day. Number 7, Dubai, UAE. As you'd imagine, New Year's Eve in Dubai is quite the event. The only thing more amazing than the fireworks display in downtown Dubai are the crowds that flock to watch them. Many people gather on the waterfront of the Dubai Fountain to witness one of the world's best New Year's Eve celebrations, which includes an incredible display of light and sound at the Burj Khalifa and a spectacular light and water show at the Dubai Fountain. You may also reserve a seat on one of the restaurants sprinkled along the riverfront to dine while taking the spectacular views. Other wonderful celebrations can be held at the La Mer, a great choice for families, and at the landmark Atlantis, the Palm Hotel, which also features live performances by world-famous singers. Number 6, Sydney, Australia. Australia, due to its time zone, is one of the first countries in the world to bring in the new year every year, with Sydney being the first large metropolis to do so. The city hosts one of the world's largest firework displays, the world-famous Sydney New Year's Eve fireworks held along the harbour. The annual fireworks show began in 1976 and has grown into one of the biggest in the world. The cost of celebration usually has a budget of around $7 million and includes 8 tons of fireworks. Also, it usually includes 2 amazing fireworks shows, one early in the evening at 9 p.m., so those of all ages can attend, and the grand show at midnight, which generally lasts much longer and is even more spectacular. Number 5, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Though no celebration in Rio can rival that of Carnival, New Year's Eve, however, is Rio's second biggest celebration of the year. Also known as Réveillon, nearly 2 million attend the event every year. Entire families, young and old, from babies to teens and adults and grandparents, gather along Copacabana Beach to enjoy the night away. Multiple stages are set up with entertainment, and at midnight, one of the most spectacular fireworks displays you'll ever witness is set off from the boats and barges that are anchored in the harbor. Everyone traditionally dresses in white, as it is seen as good luck for the next year, and adjacent streets are closed off to allow the celebration to take over the whole shoreline. Number 4, Berlin, Germany. Berlin, noted for its techno clubs, high-end culture, and kinetic energy, is one of Europe's greatest destinations to spend New Year's Eve. As a city filled with multiculturalism and one of the world's most popular tourist destinations, you will truly be bringing the new year with people from all over the globe. Few cities in the world parties like Berlin on New Year's Eve, and because there are hundreds of events here, it can be a hard trying to decide which to attend. But here are a few suggestions. First, you can attend the largest indoor party in the city, at the Kulturbrunnen, where partygoers enjoy great food, music, and 8 different clubs with over 13 different dance floors. If you're looking for something more family-oriented, then there is the well-maintained castle, the Citadel in Spandau, where there are all kinds of stands with food and drinks and live music and ice skating. And last but certainly not least, there is the iconic street party between the Brandenburg Gate and the Victory Column, which includes live music performances, light and laser shows, DJ sets, food and drinks, and of course, a spectacular fireworks display. Number 3, Bangkok, Thailand. Bangkok is one of those cities that is lively all year round, but on New Year's Eve, things go to a whole other level. From the spectacular fireworks to the many nightclubs and music festivals headlined by international DJs and artists, New Year's Eve in Bangkok is filled with so many activities and parties that it is recommended you get started early so that you can enjoy a taste of as much of the festivities as possible. Some of the best places to bring in the new year here are the amazing Central World Plaza, along Kangsa Road, atop one of the many rooftop bar, or on one of the many boat cruises on the Khao Phraya River that provides you with a perfect view of the New Year fireworks. Number 2, New York City, USA. Times Square has been the epicenter of New Year's Eve celebrations in the United States for almost a century. Each year, nearly 60,000 pack into Times Square to watch the ball drop. And though the actual number of people that gather is nowhere near the often reported 1 million attendees, it is still no less one of the largest attended and watched, with close to 1 billion people around the world tuning in. For those of you that would like to see the ball drop live, be prepared for a long day. It's recommended that you dress warmly and arrive early, between noon and 3 p.m. to get a good spot. And one more thing that you should be aware of if you plan to be in Times Square for the event. There are no porta potties provided. And if you do leave your spot to go to use the restroom, well, as the old saying goes, if you move, you lose. Number 1, Hong Kong, China. New Year's Eve in Hong Kong is just as fantastic as you would imagine. This city knows how to celebrate every occasion, particularly New Year's Eve. The party vibes creep in around Christmas and continues until the new year. And New York City isn't the only city in the world that has a Times Square that features an amazing ball drop event. Times Square in Hong Kong holds their own event with artist performances in thousands, gathering to witness the rising and lighting of the ball. Tsim Sha Tsui is another great location to bring in the new year, as it features spectacular fireworks, amazing concerts, and great countdown parties. But perhaps the location that offers the best experience of New Year's Eve in Hong Kong is Victoria Harbour. Massive crowds gather here to watch fantastic performances by artists and musicians, and of course, the spectacular lights and fireworks display at midnight.